Hi crafty friends, it's Shana from ShanoukiArt. By popular request, I will be working in my shoe glue book today. And I'll be doing the page in one of my favorite colors, pink. I have my shoes ready. It's these beautiful ballet style slippers. These will be one of the last things that I add to my page. I have gone through my stash and picked as many pink items as I can find. Of course, I have a lot more than what I need, but I'm slowly getting through my piles. I also have some pretty vellum, some stickers, some stamps, some rub-ons. I have everything handy and I'll see what I'll add as I go. I'm going to start by prepping all the pieces that will go onto the page. And by prepping, I mean cutting them to size. For this glue book, I have chosen to have straight, neat edges for all my pieces and all my pages. So I'm going through my pile of papers and I'm cutting some squares and some rectangles in all different sizes. I love this one with the gold foil. I love a bit of bling. So I'm going to add 2 pieces, which will also help with balance. Shapes like hearts and flowers can be added at the end to help connect pieces and create harmony across the page. You can also use variations of the color that you're using. For example, this one is white with pink flowers. This scalloped edge is a die cut, which came at the back of one of my small Kaiser Craft scrapbook paper pads. As you can see, I have different tones and shades of pink. And floral printed vellum. I'm not sure about this dark pink. I'll cut a piece now and I'll see later if I'm actually going to use it. It seems a little misplaced among all the other shades of pink. This is from a magazine. It's advertising something in a bathroom. It's got pink tiles on the wall. I'm going to cut a section of that. Magazines are a great source of finding bits of color for any kind of project. Even this, it's a crocheted project, but it's pink. It'll work. A little bit of text goes a long way. Here I happen to find some pink background paper with black text, so I'm definitely going to be using some of that. I think I have enough for now. I'm going to start gluing. Using a glue stick, I'm going to start sticking on the top left and working my way around. I don't really have a method of the way I do this. I just like everything to sort of fit really well together. Some papers will overlap slightly if the edge is not quite straight. And I try to do a variety of shapes. I don't do all rectangles in a row. I'll try and do different shapes and sizes next to each other to create more interest. This style is quite different to what I normally do. I normally like to tear my edges. I like things hanging off the page. I like quite a rough and rustic feel, but I'm really enjoying the clean cut edges of this book. What I like about paper craft, and especially with glue books, you don't have to have pretty papers and scrapbook papers to create them. You can use just magazines. And in saying that, I'm not just going to talk the talk, I'm going to walk the walk. That is so cliche, I know. So for my next glue book page, I'm going to use only magazine pieces to show that it can be done. So let's see how that is going to go. Watch this space. Continuing to stick my pink pieces down, changing the directions, and trying to mix up the shades as well, so that the colors flow one into the other. I usually will repeat 1 or 2 designs on the page. For this one, I'm going to use the pink printed piece with the text. This will help to create some balance. And then this piece with the gold foil is also repeated. I keep sticking my pieces until all the background paper is covered. I'm really loving stripes at the moment, so any paper I can find with stripes, I like to use in my projects. You could leave your Gluebook page like this if you want, but I'm going to add additional layers to create more interest and depth. I have this beautiful piece of vellum with pink florals. I'm going to fussy cut the flowers out and then paste those over a section of my background page, and you will see the difference it'll make. I love that so much. A bright pink stamp. Let's see if that'll work where I've placed it. And then I'm going to do some more floral fussy cutting. This is from a digital kit that I have. Just going to use the rose. Another piece of vellum. This one is pink with a small floral print. And I'm going to place that over a section where you can still see the underneath paper shining through. And I love the effect that gives. I'm now going to cut out my shoes so I can just see where they're going to be placed on the page so I can see what else I need to add. I like the scallop trim the way it looks at the bottom. I'm going to place that there with the rose to the right. I've applied the bright pink stamp. I think it goes well with the heart that I'm going to use on the left. And I'm going to cut a few more strips of pink and add here and there before I stick my shoes down. These printed flowers I found a few days ago when I was searching for something for another project. I have them in a few different colors. They're actually from Martha from Maremi's Small Arts, and I got them with a order that I made of some stencils that she has. These came in as a thank you. They are very much her style, and I'm going to cut out a few and add them to my page today. I'm going to balance out the dark pink of the heart at the top left and the stamp on the top right by adding a darker piece of pink in the bottom right section to sort of form a triangle. I'm then going to trim off the excess of my rose. I'm happy with all my extra elements. I'm going to stick them down. And then I'm going to add my shoes. I've had this sticker sheet which came with a paper pad that I got quite a few years ago that I've never used. There are these really pretty pink flourishes that I want to use today. The stickers just sit there year after year under my pile of papers. I think today is the day to use them. I'm applying a smaller section at the bottom left and then a larger section at the top of the page. It is a sticker, but because it is so old, the adhesive isn't great, so I'm going to use a bit of glue. And just going to trim off the excess. I'm going to save that piece for another project. I think that adds a very nice touch. I'm also adding a piece of washi tape. I also have these washi sticker style flowers. I have a beautiful pink rose. These I got from Kmart here in Australia. Tried 50 million spots before I found where it's going to go. I'm now going to add my wording to the left of the page. I'm going to use a pink marker. I use the ruler just as a guide so my words are not too wonky. And this is one of my favorite sayings. A combination of sayings from Hemingway and Cohen. It says, "We are all broken. That is how the light gets in." I really hope you enjoyed this pink shoe Gluebook page and were inspired to create your own. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. Thanks again for watching. Happy creating, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.